Hey you, what up? Welcome to my channel. Welcome back. Maryam here. It's Faves X Fails time on the channel. This is a video that I conduct every month in which I talk about all of my favorite and not so favorite products for the month. I try on my favorites to put a look together to show you why I love these products, why they work for me. I talk about the prices, I discuss everything, and basically keep it moving and keep it positive. So with that said, let's get into this video. Remember to subscribe if you aren't already, hit the notification bell, and now let's get into this Faves X Fails for the month of July, filmed in August. Here we go. The first favorite product that I am going to be talking about is this new Pixi On The Glow Bronze Tinted Moisture Stick. So although this looks like it's a cream bronzer, this is actually a solid moisturizer or a hydrator. So I think this is a pretty necessary to own product. I think it's really cool, unique, and different. And I'm kind of putting it in the primer category because this is the order in which I would apply it onto my face. There are 4 shades of this, $18 each. This is very reminiscent of Pixi's original Blush On The Glow stick, but these are bronzers. And my favorite 2 colors are the Rich Glow, which I like to use on my face, basically like all over my forehead, just to give myself a hint of shine, a hint of hydration, a hint of glow, and a hint of color. And the other shade that I really like is called Beach Glow. This is the darkest shade that they have. And this one I like to literally use when I'm at the beach. And I like to use this on my body. This actually is one of my tricks for taking better IG photos, especially when you're in a bathing suit, especially when you're on the beach in the sun. So this, once blended out, gives a very light but very photo-friendly reflect. So basically it gives your body luminosity and it makes your skin glow, especially in photography, especially when you're in the sun. So Beach Glow is what I like to use for just that glow, for that radiance, and also of course for the moisture. But Rich Glow is for the face. So I'm gonna blend that out. I can blend it out with my fingers if I want, but I don't like blending anything with my fingers because I am very lazy. Also, my fingers are kind of sensitive, so I don't like to contaminate them with any sort of product. But anyway, look how easy, quick, and effortless and efficient this is. The fact that this is like a skincare slash makeup or like a skincare makeup hybrid product is what makes it interesting for me. I'm a big fan of Pixi skincare, and I feel like these products is what they really excel at. These like hybrid, on the go sort of products. So if you noticed, I also applied this kind of across my features as opposed to in a contour fashion, because I'm not really trying to contour my features with this product. In fact, I'm applying it all over and I want to give it that sun-kissed glow. So all over the forehead, across the cheekbones, on the nose, along the jawline, essentially like that. Love this one. Definitely a fave. And for the price, you can't go wrong. You also get a lot of product. All right, before I get to my favorite foundation for the month, I am going to apply my DANESSA MYRICKS Blurring Balm Powder in the shade Universal. I'm going to use this just on the center of my face to get rid of any shine, to minimize my pores, to mattify just like the center of the face. This product is probably the only product that I like to blend out with my fingers. Just stretching this across my skin surface. Next, I'm going to talk about something that I typically don't really dabble too much into when it comes to reviews. I'm talking about skincare. I don't really like to review skincare. I feel like skincare is incredibly individual. So what works for me may not necessarily work for other people. But this new product from HENRIKSEN, the Banana Bright Plus Eye Cream, has been a recent fave. I've always loved their Banana Bright cream, but this one, the new and improved version, which includes more gold, is kind of like my new favorite discovery. Basically, I dab this under my eyes, also a little bit on my lids. Not only does this hydrate and depuff, it just gives you a very nice, refreshed, awake feeling. I also feel that this visibly brightens and makes the under eye just look a little bit more even toned. I've even seen hacks in which you can combine this product with your concealer, and it is actually like a legitimate hack, more like a really good beauty tip that I'm gonna sort of utilize today. Anyway, this is a $42 product, so not the cheapest, not the most affordable eye cream, but I have always loved the Banana Bright eye cream. It's been always a go-to of mine, And the fact that I like a new and reformulated version of it says a lot for me. I really do think that they tried to make it even better. They tried to make it even more powerful and deliver more goods with it. So that's what I appreciate. Usually when it comes to products that I already love and there happens to be a reformulated or like a new and improved formula, it never is as good as the original. But this one I would say is as good as the original, if not even more. If the only reason why I'm bringing it up, I know I don't usually talk about skincare on this channel. I have my TikTok and my IG for that, but I just had to mention it because I feel like it's another one of those hybrid into the makeup category type of products, so it needed its mention. All right, moving on to a concealer that I have been really liking and reaching for a lot. I'm talking about the new Jones Road, the Face Pencil from Bobbi Brown, the woman. This is her new line, Jones Road. It's been going viral because of Bobbi Brown's presence on TikTok. And honestly, this pencil has really impressed me. So I have it here in the shade 6, $25 for this pencil. And what's really cool about it is that you can use it to conceal, say the under eye, literally cover any darkness or brighten depending on the shade that you choose. Or you can use it to hide your imperfections, freckles, acne scars. You could literally dot it wherever you need coverage. And this blends out so beautifully and so effortlessly while still staying solid and giving you enough coverage, enough pigment to really hide the imperfections. I like this pencil a lot. I've been using it a lot. I like pairing it with an eye cream like the Hoola because this makes the pencil just a little bit more creamy. Otherwise, it's a pretty solid formula, which is good for imperfections. But just look how easy. And then I'm just gonna dab my finger onto the individual spots to kind of blur them a little bit. I've got a couple more over here. I don't know, to me, this is just a very fun and very easy process. You can do this for an everyday face, to just walk out the door, to be ready in like less than 2 minutes. I like that. I like easy makeup. I was saying that I should probably get my hands on more shades of these because this could really come very handy. You can use this for just about anything, for contouring, eyeshadow, for liner, not just for concealing and correcting, but for all of that too. I have like an order that I've written the products here in my notes because the foundation that I am favoriting this month is a particular type of foundation. So without giving too much away, let me actually move on to some favorites in the blushes and the bronzers category. The blush that I am loving this month is from Persona Cosmetics, and it is the blush multi-stick in the shade Bubble. This one is so pretty. They have the shade in a powder version as well. Sorry, that was a cat hair. But this shade literally is my childhood dream. This is like my favorite color of all time. And I just love how flattering it is on pretty much every single skin tone. Whether you are super fair or very deep or you're medium or tan, this will look good and flatter just about any complexion because of how unique and special this color is. It's just such a fun and popping and beautiful, refreshing type of color. I'm obsessed with this color. This might be like the world's most beautiful blush. And also the formula of this blush multi-stick from Persona is so dreamy, so easy to use. Of course, you don't have to just use it as a blush. You could use it on your lips, on your lids, wherever. And this little pop of color that it provides is so effortless. It's just so necessary. It's what I want. It's what I signed up for. $26 for this. A fave. If you don't already have it, get your hands on it. I have a feeling that a lot of people are liking it. So I don't know how long it will stick around for. Okay, this next product that I'm gonna mention again is in the faves category. I have a lot of faves in the complexion category this time. And in the bronzers, specifically in the cream bronzers, I've been loving Nars Creme de la Bronze in the shade Laguna 3. This has been my go-to. This is an incredible... First of all, this smells like summer. This smells like the beach, somewhere tropical. It smells like Tahiti. I don't know. It smells just like everything that I would ever want or need to make me feel in the mood. And what I love about this product, how effortless, how easy, and how efficient it is. You can apply this over your makeup, under your makeup. You can wear it alone, on your bare skin. I think this shade is amazing. It's very believable. It really does give off that true tan color that like olive complexions get in the summertime. That's what I love about it. It's not orange. Okay, I don't know what's going on this table, but all of my mirrors have been moved really far. And so I'm like struggling to see what I'm doing here, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Notice I have not yet applied any foundation, but the skin is getting perfected with every step. That's because everything that I've mentioned so far is really that easy to use. It is really that intuitive and that effortless. So this one is a $38 product. It comes in 5 shades, with this Laguna 03 being my favorite. I've tried a couple of the other shades, but this one is just the right one for me. Okay, so now I am actually gonna move on to the foundation category. I have 2 favorite foundations, or like foundation adjacent products that I tried this month. Number 1 being the Jones Road What the Foundation. Actually, this is more like a blurring skin tint, and I don't even have this in my right shade. I have it in a shade beige, which is probably like my winter shade, or maybe not even my winter shade. But the fact that this product is so light makes the shades very stretchable, so even I can wear something that in a very pigmented foundation probably wouldn't match me. But what I like this for specifically is how perfecting it is on skin texture, and moreover how long lasting it is. I thought this product wore really great throughout the day. It looked amazing at the end of the day. I do have a review on this, as I do on pretty much everything that I've mentioned here so far, but this really surprised me. Although it doesn't offer much in terms of coverage, I really liked it for that very natural, very in your skin type of look. This was a fave. This was the $44 product that I mentioned earlier. Not super cheap, but if you're into no makeup, this might be up your alley. I'm not actually gonna put it on today because the product that I am going to put on is somewhere around here. I swear it is. Ah, here it is. My fave in the foundation category this month is actually from Bare Minerals, and it's their Barepro 16-hour skin perfecting powder foundation. This is reformulated, so it's kind of like a new product. What I like about this is its versatility. First, that you can apply this with a brush for a very light kind of sheer but matte finish, or you can apply this as a full coverage type of powder foundation with the included sponge. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna set some of my problem areas at first, such as my chin that tends to get oily, my jawline, which has some imperfections, some acne scars. And with the sponge, you can't control the product as well as you would with the brush, but you're getting maximum payoff. I like to apply this by patting it on, but also these like little pat strokes, almost like buffing it in. So in the cases of my freckles where I still want them to show through, I'm gonna just barely touch my skin. I'm not gonna pick up any more product. I'm just gonna apply whatever's remaining on the sponge and just kind of like tap off the moisture. So there's no harsh border between where I applied it minimally and where I applied it full power. And then like in certain areas, like my nostril folds that tend to get very, very oily, I'm gonna pick up more product and I'm just gonna press this in and kind of saturate this area with the powder. Just like stamping it in the center, getting rid of any oil and shine, and then doing those little mini strokes to blend it out into the perimeter. And I think that's pretty much it for the skin. Looking at myself right now, it looks like I am very glowing from like a fresh summer tan, but it doesn't look like I'm wearing much makeup at all. I love that feeling. I love that vibe. That's kind of like what I strive for nowadays in makeup. So that makes me feel very good. Now, the only thing I need to do is set my under eye, because I do have some cream products underneath my eyes and they will crease if I don't set it. And before I set it, I actually want to talk about some failed products for the month. I have not just one, but 2 failed translucent setting powders. The first one being Laura Mercier's new Ultra Blur Translucent Setting Powder. This one is formulated without any talc, and it's supposed to blur your imperfections. It's supposed to smooth out your texture. Unfortunately, this does nothing of the sort for people like myself with very oily skin that has texture, that has pores. This, in fact, has some light reflecting properties that do absolutely nothing for texture but magnify it, but amplify it. This was a very obvious fail for me personally, just because it did not work for my skin type. It did not work for the under eye. It didn't work across my face. It just did not work at all. And then when I was like reading reviews and also some of your comments about this product, a lot of people were saying that this is actually meant for people who do not like talc, but who have dry skin or who have flawless skin. There is absolutely a category of people who are like that. I am not that person. Maybe they didn't need to claim that this is ultra blurring. Maybe they could have just said that this is a talc-free powder with some shimmer just because it's trending, and we could have called it a day, and I would have probably even reviewed it. But the fact that I'm someone who talks about texture on my skin, I'm not particularly happy about the texture of my skin. I'm always looking for ultra blurring and smoothing products. I thought this was marketed for me. Clearly it wasn't, and clearly it was a fail. The second failed powder that I tried this month was a $32 product. And it was almost like the opposite experience from the Laura Mercier product. I'm talking about the new Sigma Soft Focus Setting Powder. Here I'm holding the shade Vanilla Bean. This, in fact, felt very, very talky. This felt very thick, very heavy, almost like 2016 makeup. And what I didn't like about this is that it literally felt like a mask on my face. It felt heavy, it felt like I could scratch it off with my finger. It just didn't hit the spot, you know? It just didn't feel current, it didn't feel lightweight. Basically, I didn't like it. It's a fail for me. I'm not gonna reach for it again, but I'm sure there's an audience for that powder as well. So what I'm gonna do instead for the under eyes, I'm gonna reach for another Laura Mercier powder. This one is a powder that I've been liking, and it's the Translucent Loose Setting Powder in Tone Up, shade Rosé. All right, so I'm gonna use this for the under eye because this one I do really like. It's the exact same formula as the original Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. That powder I like a lot more than the new one. I find it to be a lot more blurring and smoothing than the Ultra Blur. And this shade Rose is so nice for the under eye. I feel like it's current, it's fresh, it's pretty, gives that hint of color correction. It's just good. Okay, so now I'm very, very happy with my complexion. Now I want to move on to color products. So in the color category, specifically in the eyeshadow category, I'm gonna mention another Sigma product that was a fail for me. And I actually don't have this product around anymore because I got rid of it. That's how much I didn't vibe with it. I'm talking about Sigma's Enchanted eyeshadow palette. Popping it up for reference, this one is $49. I didn't really understand the color story. I thought it was giving off like fairy vibes, but it wasn't very magical or mystical. The color story was just like a little bit muted. Also, the colors, rather the eyeshadows themselves, performed very muted like. They were just very dry, not super easy to work with. They didn't feel fun to apply. I did not like the formula. I actually have not been super impressed with Sigma's eyeshadows lately. I found them to be not easily blendable, also like not pigmented. They just look much better in the pan than they actually do upon application. And that's a very unsatisfying feeling. So sadly, that palette is in the fails category for me, but the palette that is in my faves category this month is actually Pat McGrath Mothership 10 Moonlit Seduction palette. This one is very expensive. It's $128. I will say that this palette did come in crushed. This shade was crushed, but I was able to press it back into the pan. Out of everything that I tried this month in the eyeshadow category, this was by far the best quality, the most interesting one. Though I will say this is not my favorite Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette or Mothership palette by any means. In fact, it's probably one of my least favorites just because this color story isn't that innovative, let's be honest. But what's good about this palette is how great it performs, which is why it's a fave for me this month. Just nothing else performs as good. Everything else just pales in comparison. These formulas are buttery. These formulas are easy to work with. The mattes are great. The shifty shades are great. The metallics are amazing. There's just really nothing to complain about when it comes to Pat McGrath eyeshadows. So I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna dip into these. I'm gonna do something very easy. I think a lot of people seem to think that with these Mothership palettes, you need to create something very over the top just because you have all these textures to work with. But I think this could be used as a one and done type of palette. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna show you how easy it is. I'm gonna apply a little bit of powder to my lids. I'm using the Laura Mercier Rose. I'm gonna dip into this shade here. This is like a warm brown or maybe like a rusty color. I'm gonna apply some to the inner and outer corners like this. And then I'm gonna connect them in the center and kind of just buff out right above the crease. So basically more color in the inner corner, more color in the outer corner, and then buffing and connecting. Easy, right? Just a quick wash of color. A little bit here, a little bit there, and then everywhere. Okay, base is on. Super simple and easy, nothing too crazy. I'm gonna take a liner brush, dip into this dark brown matte shade, and just like push that along my lash line like this. I'm not winging it out or anything like that. Just kind of darkening this area close to my lashes, AKA the lash line. Just like that. I'm gonna dip my finger into any one of these shades. I can go for one of these satin metallics, or I can go for something more dramatic, let's say for night. I'm gonna go into this bronzy shade, dip my finger into it, stamp right to the center, and kind of blend over the lid. Boom, center, blend over the lid. Super duper easy, but looks like you actually put a lot of effort into your look. Just because there's dimension, there's color, there's different textures. But if you really want to play it up, then dip that same finger into one of these super, super, super sparkly shades and add that right on top for that pop, for that glam, for that magic. Did you see how easy that was? I think that's what makes these Pat McGrath eyeshadows so workable, so wearable. Such a pleasure to use, which is why it's always in my faves, because they always deliver. They always deliver the goods. Okay, moving on to liner. This month, I'm really liking One Size Point Made liner in Busty Brown. I feel like brown is super underrated, but it's been picking up steam lately. So I am gonna add a little bit of this brown to my outer corner, just like this, and just like that. And a little flick here, just connecting to the inner corner, flicking out the inner corner, and boom. Easy. This marker is $19. They also have it in blue. Love the blue. But the brown, it's very unexpected. I recommend the brown. Ooh, also I really like Too Faced Better Than Sex chocolate liquid liner. Very, very good. I don't have that one handy. I believe that one is a little bit more expensive than the One Size. This one being $19 and the Too Faced being $24. But the only difference is that the Too Faced is a bristle liner, whereas this is a felt tip liner. Just noting those two differences. But both of them I like. I kind of almost like skipped the eyebrow category altogether, but I actually do have a product from Benefit this month in the brow category that I like, and it's the new Gimme Brow Plus Volumizing Pen. Pencil. This is a $25 product, and what this does is basically give you a very quick and easy fill. I wouldn't necessarily call this a volumizing pencil. Supposedly this has fibers. I don't see any fibers. What I do see is a very easy, very powdery type of pencil that you can use on your bare brows, or even if you have your brow gel already on, like I do right now. This is just an easy product to clean up and perfect the brow and give it more shape and more definition. The shade that I'm using is 4.5, which is supposed to be a cooler brown, and I really like it. I have no complaints. Benefit's brow products are always very good. They're very solid, and this product is no different. If you need to blend it out, there's a spoolie on the other end. But essentially, this is something that I would use if I just need to fill in my brows quickly, like very quickly. Looking for my lash curler so that I can curl my lashes. Because this month I actually think I may have discovered a new favorite mascara, and it is from Makeup Forever. This one, I actually recently talked about it in a video, but I liked it so much that I used it a couple more times, and it really is a great mascara. So what I like about this one is that it is dual-ended, and it basically comes within 2 steps. Step 1 gives you a lift with a really super tiny little mascara wand. What I like about this formula and this brush is that it coats the lashes and it makes them look almost like you're not wearing any product at all, but it separates them, it lifts them, and it just makes them look a little bit better than your natural lashes, all the while looking like it's a natural lash. And with a tiny wand like this means that you can coat every strand, you can get into any little corner, you can get the edges here or in the inner corners. I like that. And then with the step 2, the brush is a lot thicker and it picks up a lot more product, and this is what actually gives you the volume. So because the lashes are already very separated, the addition of more product is what makes them look super voluminous and very feathery and just very soft, not clumpy at all. Just really, really nice. The fact that I can see my lashes in the monitor is a big deal to me because my lashes are never really visible in the monitor if I'm wearing any sort of eyeshadow or liner. But here I'm wearing both and I can definitely see the lash. Also, I didn't find this to be smudgy, and I'm someone who usually stays away from non-waterproof mascaras. Just because of my eye shape, they smudge easier on my eye shape. But this one is very solid. It is very reliable. I'm a fan. So this mascara is $28. but essentially you can get 2 looks or possibly even 3 looks. So the price might be justifiable. Yeah, you can definitely see those lashes. This is impressive. I mean, if it looks this good on me and my tiny lashes, imagine how it will look on you. Okay, one more thing I gotta mention in the faves category when talking about lashes is the new Falscara multi-packs. So I've talked about Falscara before, but what's cool this month is that they've added additional styles of the multi-packs. So originally we just had like the natural wispy wisps, but now we have all these different accents, like a much thicker, much more voluminous type of styles. We even have brown wisps. We have spiky glam wisps. We even have like a wet looking wisp. So basically you can customize your own lash style by combining all of these wisps. And I've done this before in another video. I'm not gonna do it today because I already have my mascara on, and Falscara is not a product that is friendly with real mascara. So I'm not gonna do that today, but I did just wanna mention these packs are $8 each, I believe. And the entire kit, like a starter kit that looks like this, is probably between $18 and $24. I feel like Falscara is like the future of lashes. It's kind of like where the lash trends are heading. It's really all I'm reaching for, which is why I keep talking about it. It's just fun and it makes me feel like very professional, creating my own lash styles and stuff. So don't be intimidated, try it. And once you get the hang of it, I promise you, you will be hooked. All right, we are almost done, but I do have quite a number of products that I want to talk about in the lip category. So I have a lot of faves. I have one fail. So let's start with the positive. This month, I am loving Lisa Eldridge's new lipsticks. These are $36 each or 26 British pounds on Lisa Eldridge's website. What I like about these is the colors. The colors are just outstanding and bold, but wearable and just so pretty. And even if I didn't like the colors, I would still like these lipsticks because the formula is just so satiny. It's so buttery. It's so beautiful that it makes you want to apply it all over your face. It really makes you want to overline your lips with these lipsticks. That's how good the formula is. It's just so rich, so pigmented, and so saturated. It's a very satisfying product. I am a big fan. Pricey for sure, especially for us Americans with the shipping, but Lisa's amazing. You gotta support her. Another lip product that I'm loving this month is actually from an American brand, from none other than Selena Gomez's Rare Beauty. I'm talking about her new Kind Words lipstick collection and also the lip liners. These were great. Again, very, very, very beautiful, wearable, flattering shades that are flattering on all skin tones, neutral colors, not super bright or popping. There were just a couple of deeper shades that look kind of vampy on me, but the rest of the shades were also very, very wearable, very everyday. I do have a video on that. The liners are super creamy. The glide is incredible. These are $15 each, and the lipsticks are $20 each. Also, I like the concept of naming each of these lipsticks by a kind word, such as worthy or creative or talented or gifted. Positive affirmations are not only good to hear, they're also really good to say. With applying these lipsticks, just reading these names out loud, thinking the kind words, just makes you feel better. It makes you be a part of that energy and then kind of exude that energy into the world. So I'm all about that. I'm all about the positive messaging and kind words and sharing those kind words. And now that I've said all of those kind things, should I actually talk about a product that I really did not like that was a fail for me? Yeah, let's, because this needs to be a balanced video. I can't just be liking everything. Not everything's gonna work for me. So the product in the lip category that was an absolute fail for me this month is sadly the Urban Decay Vice Lip Bond. This is a $25 product. It's supposed to be a non-transferable shiny lipstick, basically like a non-transferable gloss. But the problem with this product is that it doesn't actually work. In fact, it transfers and it crumbles in the corner depending on the color that you're wearing, and it looks a hot mess. This sadly didn't even last a couple of hours on me. It looked so bad after just like one sip of water from a glass. Not only did it feel super sticky on the lips, I don't like this formula, but also it looked like trash very quickly. So I'm not a fan of this product whatsoever. Similarly, I'm not a huge fan of the Maybelline Lip Vinyls. These guys, This is essentially the same product, but because Maybelline has more neutral colors than the Urban Decay Vice Lip Bonds, the neutral colors wear a little bit better than the brighter ones. So I will say that one of these lipsticks, shade Textum, which is like a nude, wore a lot better than the brighter red shade Unbreakable. So it's kind of like a shade by shade case type of situation, but overall I just don't like the way that it feels on my lips. I don't like the stickiness, I don't like the mess, I don't like the crumbling corners. Sad to say, this did not work. This was a fail. My number one favorite product for the lips this month is actually something that doesn't even have great reviews on Sephora. It has 2 stars out of 5, and I'm shocked to say this. I was like astonished to read the reviews. People were absolutely not loving this product that is absolutely a fave of mine in the lip category. I'm talking about Huda Beauty's Silk Balm in Spicy. So now this is supposed to be a lip plumper, and a spicy one at that, because not only does it smell and taste kind of spicy, it also has like a spicy finish on the lips. What I like about this is that it plumps, it works, and it gives your lips that maximizing lip effect that so many lip plumpers claim to have, but actually don't deliver. This one delivers. You can probably see on screen right now that my lips are starting to throb, thus they are starting to maximize in their volume. What I like to do with this product is apply a little bit more outside, right here on the cupid's bow, and a little bit more outside the lip line on the bottom. And once this has actually worked, and then I take a little tissue and I just remove the extra gloss so I don't look like I just ate a greasy chicken. But this has been a favorite product of mine. I have been reaching for it nonstop. You could probably tell I already went through half of the tube. So this is a fave product for me. That just goes to show you that not everybody has the same taste, not everybody has the same desires when it comes to makeup, and we all are very different individuals. So whereas collectively, all the reviewers on Sephora seem to not like this product, I just disagree. I think this is a great product and it works for me, and I'm gonna continue using it. Last product that I'm gonna talk about is the highlighter category, and I have one in each, a fave and a fail. So I'm gonna talk about my favorite one first, which happens to be from Sigma. I might have actually mentioned this in my previous Faves X Fails for June, but I gotta bring it up again. This is a really, really nice highlighter. What I like about this highlighter is that it goes on very blinding at first, but the texture of it is so forgiving. It's so microfine and it's so smooth that you almost can't believe how blinding it is, yet how smoothing and perfecting it is on the skin. This is what I would call a highlighter in the best sense of the word, meaning that it brings your best features forward. It highlights rather than dims. Also comes in multiple shades, all of which are very, very wearable. I don't know, to me, this is an ideal formula. I really like it. And it feels current to me. Even though it's very bright, it still somehow fits within my minimalistic sort of approach to makeup lately, and I like how it works with like the rest of my skin, with the rest of my face base, with my eyeshadow. I'm looking for the price, and of course it's like the only one product in my notepad that I didn't write the price for. So pop up the price, and now let's move on to the final product, which is sadly in the fails category for a highlighter product. I am talking about Kaleidos Ray Rider highlighter in the shade Space Age. This at first looks like a very, very cute tin, and I just received a package from this brand. I wasn't very familiar with Kaleidos makeup, but I've heard a lot about it, heard a lot of people raving about it. I tried this highlighter. I thought this was probably like the most wearable or like the most me shade out of all the ones that were sent to me. Unfortunately, what I didn't like about this product was that it was actually very powdery. It felt very, very chalky and kind of thick on the skin. I felt like it highlighted, not in the best sense of the word, but in the worst sense of the word, it highlighted all of my imperfections. It kind of settled into my little fine lines here that I didn't even know I had. This to me just wasn't a great formula for a highlighter. I really like the color. I really like the packaging. I thought this was really cute, very travel friendly, but the formula just wasn't up my alley. It's not something that I'm gonna reach for again. When I'm thinking of a highlighter, I want it to be glowy. I want it to be ethereal. I want it to look like it's liquid melted onto my skin. But this just looked like it was sitting on top of my skin, not the makeup vibe that I'm going for lately. So with that said, you guys, I'm gonna wrap up this very long video, this Faves X Fails for the month of June, filmed in August. I hope you enjoyed this take on all this new makeup that's been floating around this month. I hope you like this look. I personally think it's quite fresh and quite easygoing. A little beachy, but also with a city twist to it. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. I want to send you all of my positive vibes, even though it was kind of hard for me to talk today. I definitely need to get some sleep, but you know that my good energy is there and I'm sending it out into the world. I hope it reaches you. Catch it and send it back to someone else. I love you guys. I'm gonna zoom on out. Invite you to check out more of my videos. Peace out, and I'm out.